Well, we have also learned more today about the bombs used. The FBI says at least one of the explosives was fashioned out of a pressure cooker and that they were packed with shards of metal, with nails, and with ball bearings.
And to talk more about this, we're joined by Mark Sanders. He's a retired military bomb technician. We're so glad to have you with us and your insight. Now, officials are saying that these bombs were loaded with these elements. What does that say to you?
Well, it says that the bomber intended to induce casualties through mass fragmentation, principally.
Is it common?
It is common. There are two ways to inflict casualties from a detonation: the blast itself and then the fragmentation effect. And in this case, because you had such a high density of people in proximity to the bombs, the intent was to inflict casualties through the fragmentation, both in the container itself as well as the ball bearings, if it turns out that that was part of the IED itself.
And this whole thing with a pressure cooker, I'm hearing today from some people that this is not necessarily new. This has been a method that has been around for quite some time and that would be easily learned about if somebody were trying to figure out how to do this.
That's fair. An IED is just that. It's improvised explosive device. So the pressure cooker itself is being used in an improvised manner to contain the explosives and to produce the actual IED.
So what kind of knowledge level are we talking for someone who might have put this together?
Well, unfortunately, with the internet, the knowledge level is as simple as a few clicks. And that's part of what the investigative teams will do under the FBI Special Agent Bomb Technicians and all the specialists who are part of the scene, is they will use forensic techniques to reconstruct the IED and to have causal attribution to who placed it as a way to determine who did it and to prevent this from happening again.
You know, I was just listening to the latest press conference from Boston, and they were talking about how they've got that area cordoned off and how they're going through very carefully with the fine-tooth comb, they said, looking at everything. I'm curious what kind of forensic evidence is left at a scene like this, and isn't a lot of it destroyed? I mean, what can you learn about what's left?
Well, a lot of it is destroyed, but so much has been learned about post-blast investigations as a result of the proliferation of IEDs in Iraq and Afghanistan. Certainly the military's learned a lot from the FBI Special Agent Bomb Techs, but in Iraq and Afghanistan, in those conflicts, we've had an interagency approach to defeating IEDs, which, although this is here in the continental U.S., this is a global threat and it's not going away. So our Special Agent Bomb Technicians have learned so much over thousands upon thousands of IEDs that they have encountered and exploited in Iraq and Afghanistan, and continue to this day in combat zones.
Well, hopefully we'll find out who is behind this very soon. Yeah.
Unequivocally we will.
Yeah.
Unequivocally.
Mark Sanders for us, thank you so much. We appreciate your time and your insight.
My pleasure.